Greetings, everybody.
Hello, happy Tuesday. Squee says hello. And he's gonna go in his loaf pan.
Yeah, so obviously we've switched direction. This is due to cats.
What in our life is not due to cats? Seriously. Oh, that's a cute picture.
That's a cute picture. See if you can take a picture and we'll try and share it.
Yeah. Chat.
So this morning we're up at 8 in the morning to take young Squisherman to the vet. Nothing entirely wrong. He just had been peeing on our guest bed, as cats can do. And we're just like, hey,
Stop that.
stop
please.
it. And it was when he did it right in front of us when we were like, okay, let's figure this out. So we did. The answer, because he doesn't have any of the troubles in terms of like wild stuff that would be bad internally. He just has the stress, which if you know Squee or know of Squee, of course he does. It's anxiety. So we're putting him on some anxiety stuff, trying him out on a urinary diet. Now, chances are he doesn't really need it because this is stress. And which is good because he hasn't touched the food. Cats. Yay. But yeah, it's been interesting times. So there's been that. Also, a couple weeks back, about a month and a half ago, we got a new sound clip. And it's this one.
If the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church.
Good times.
I love it so much. If anybody remembers that video, let me know. It's a classic.
It's a makeup tutorial thing that is extremely funny and absolutely wonderful. It makes our heart smile. Yeah, so yeah, we're accruing quite a bit of different sounds.
Darkness is where I thrive.
Different useless sounds that don't actually go with anything, and we love it. This is how we live.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find the.
When I was a boy and played with the gang, we did a lot of things. We roasted potatoes, went on expeditions,
What?
we tipped over garbage cans now and then. We wrote nasty remarks about the teacher on the sidewalk. We never spent an afternoon sitting around like this, reading. These children.
There we are.
Reading. Hi to everybody. I know you've all been saying hi and talking about the Squisherman.
I'm trying to figure out how to put it in the comments to this video, the picture, but I can't, so I might just post it to our page completely randomly. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. I know there's a way I can put up pictures, but
I
that
mean,
would take a
like,
bit of
they're on my
finagling.
phone. It's fine. It's fine. Oh. We got closing time? We've always got the song. Oh, cute.
Oh. Because of our TikToks. Our TikToks that only have the song Closing Time by Semisonic. I need to do more TikToks. I have been wanting to do more personal TikToks because I have a few dumb ideas. Like doing videos as the B-52s guy singing different songs.
Yep.
In particular, Pony. It's fun.
What did I do?
What is it like? Your saddle? It's waiting!
Dumb.
Things like that.
I love it. Oh, I don't want bubbles.
So-
No, that's horrible. I'm trying to find a good effect for the photo because that's kind of weirdo I am.
It's good times. All right.
There we go. I want him to twinkle. He's a sparkly boy.
So the fun part about Batman Spawn Week is you'd think I'd bring home all the covers.
No.
I brought home one cover. It was the book that I read to read the Batman Spawn. It is a Batman Spawn book, my friends. It's bonkers. There's some goofums. The characters that you want to see in this kind of thing are showing up from both both mythotheses. Right now, I just have the Scott Campbell. Scott Campbell.
Okay, so it's officially up on our Twitter and Facebook. A beautiful picture of Squee. We've already got some likes on Twitter. Thank you for that. Facebook, however, I could cover him with sparkles, so I have done so. It is very cute.
Fancy man.
He's a fancy boy.
He's a fancy man.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, there were a lot of covers. Oh, you got it? Okay. There were a lot of covers. So we have made like a mini display.
kind of like when DC would do like the DC Detective Comics 1000.
Yep.
Detective Comics did the Detective Comics 1000 issue. Because that's what DC stands for.
What?
The Detective Comics. I love it. It makes me happy every time I think about it.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm done.
It's Todd McFarlane. It's Greg Capullo. It's Dave McCaig. It's a thick boy. And yeah, you can get your Capullo covers. You can get your glow-in-the-dark McFarlane Capullo cover. You can get your acetate Jorge Jimenez cover. You can get a Gimli. You can get so many.
Get a Gimli. You can get a Gimli.
Yeah, that was my favorite autocorrect when somebody was like, hey, can I get all the Gimli covers?
I'm like, yes, you can, sir.
Good times.
Yes, I will also never tire of In This Economy. That will forever be hilarious. It's just a good joke.
The fun part about running Variant Edition is I don't believe there's ever been a year, despite there being good years in the Alberta economy specifically, that people haven't told us that it's a recession.
Yeah, we started in a recession, baby.
And baby, it's only gotten worse, but we keep going higher.
Woo! Without actually saying numbers, though, I don't think we had done this last week, but we might have.
I don't think so.
Okay. We hit a major milestone within the last week. A specific number of yearly sales that we've been aiming for many years.
Yeah.
And we came very close last year. So this year it had to be it. And it was.
Yeah, very excited. We're going to see definitely over an 11% increase year to year, which is really good.
That's huge.
Especially considering how everyone talks about the comics industry, let alone the actual economy.
It's dying.
It's creepy. That's what the
What?
That's what the experts say about the economy. We have a creepy economy.
Okay.
Yeah. The public domain spooky button, always good.
That's my favorite button.
Yeah. I need to take a Friday and really get our buttons in order.
Yeah.
Label them properly.
Get your in gear. Okay? Jesus.
Well, speaking of getting gear, we have the next Bad Idea book, baby. This one I've been waiting for forever, because when Bad Idea even first announced themselves, they had some art from they've had art from Ramon Villalobos. I saw that. I see you, Scott. You're not wrong. They're All Terrible finally comes out from Matt Kindt, Ramon Villalobos, and Tamara of Bonvillain. I love this book. It's basically like you see here, very much a Conan book, but I would say with more blood and shenanigans.
So a European Conan book.
More or less. Yeah, sort of like if you think, wow, what if Conan was made by the Europeans?
I mean,
but if they were into murder, I don't know.
But isn't the Sumerian more murder, more sex? Well,
but it's
more
not
murder, sex.
It's not really.
Oh?
Yeah, they definitely have more nudity.
Yeah, they amped it up as such.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
But this takes a couple wild turns. Is really goofy, very gory, a little surprising, kind of sweet, a little funny. Definitely for folks who like the sword and sorcery style, but are looking for like a oh no type of thing in their fights. Really cool. I freaking adored it. And for those folks who are looking for the Bad Idea secret book that they weird solicited in previews that nobody ordered, it's in the back of this. You can get that story here, the first 7 days. Who knew you only had to wait 2 short weeks to get to read this story? Also, the story's 8 pages, so like that's what Bad Idea does. They're just like, hey, we're gonna cause a ruckus.
Mm-hmm.
And then they cause the ruckus.
Mm-hmm. And then we all see that the ruckus was nothing to ruck about.
Well, and that's exactly why I adjusted my thinking around them. They can do the shenanigans, and all I got to do is sell stories. And I will give them this. The stories that they're telling are phenomenal if you like these stories. So like a really wild and bloody take on Conan. This is an outstanding example of it. The art is meticulous. It's just incredible. Or say like Escape from Wyoming. Just kind of a weird sci-fi escape book.
Yeah, it's like much less heisty than we expected, but it's actually my favorite of the group. I haven't read They're All Terrible yet, but I like it. It's kind of it's very violent for a lighthearted sci-fi story, but it is a lighthearted sci-fi story.
I compare it kind of like Kaiju Max, like it's a dark humor.
Yeah.
Well, it's a dark prison drama.
Yeah.
Sci-fi prison drama. So
there
very
we
much
go.
like Kaiju Max.
Exactly, except with alien monsters instead of kaiju.
Indeed. And yeah, Orc Island, the reviews are in, and a few people have been talking to me about what they thought about Orc Island, and the consensus is basically emotionally brutal.
Oh.
Yeah. My pitch of it's like Dungeons and Dragons meets Judge Dredd stands, because it's got all the trappings of your more Dungeons and Dragons style, but the society structure is Mega City 1, and yeah, it's emotionally brutal. But that's Joshua Dysart and Alberto Ponticelli. Like,
Yeah.
they did Goodbye Paradise.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hurt your heart.
It's a unhoused crime noir story that really actually speaks to a lot of the systemic problems in our society. Really good, really good.
I mean,
Sometimes.
it's honestly true. I've sold Die by saying so many times that it'll hurt your heart, but then I shove it in their hands. I've done that with many titles. So, yes. We're like, you get it more than most. I think that Variant Edition sells weird books. Like,
We sure do.
it's like people come in and they're like, I want to be depressed but thoughtful. And I'm like, I have 6 books for you. So I don't know.
I like that a lot of times when people come in and they're trying to find something to read, the kind of somewhat realistically what they're saying to us is like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I want to be challenged with something, and we end up asking like, first, what kind of stories do you like? And second, what kind of story are you feeling like right now? Because both of those are very important things.
Yep.
Um,
And then we try to pair those, which don't always go together, because sometimes someone's basically goes, I like these stories, but I'm feeling like the exact opposite right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
Invincible Iron Man.
There were so many other words. You're like, oh no, whose comic is this? Iron Fist, Iron Heart, Iron Man.
Jerry Dungan is taking over with the writing with Juan Fregreri doing the arts. I did read this over the weekend, and I will be perfectly honest, can't remember a thing about it.
That's not good.
It wasn't for me. I can say that full on.
Okay.
What I can say is it is a good recalibration point for Tony Stark. Because in the never-ending cycle of superhero stuff, he is at a low right now.
Do you want me to read the solicit?
And I just want to let the people know that I did actually read this.
We believe you.
Yeah, and so there's a lot that he's pushing through. Plus, people seem to be really intent on kind of pressing him even further. There's something going on within Tony's life, and it's been a heckin' time, my friends.
This is tempting, actually. Get stickers.
Yeah.
We could do stickers. I was thinking bookmarks. I've been wanting to do. I've been putting off getting new business cards because I want to get bookmark business cards. So like, maybe both. I don't know. I'm curious. Maybe in the new year. Yeah, I like that. We sell weird books. We do sell weird books. I love all our weird books. All our weird babies. We're failing. We're really bad at going broke.
It's
It's
true.
just so bad. I don't know what to do. We hit this giant milestone that, I mean, we've been hoping for since like day one, but realistically, I think it was in view starting 3 years ago. Would you say?
Yeah, it was something that we were really aiming for
Yeah.
since around then.
And like I said, we were very close last year. So I'm very, very happy that we hit it. I was very proud. Ooh. No, Andrew. You're doing great. Ooh, yes. Yes, Scott, get in touch. Can you send us an email? comics@variantedmonton.com. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we should get some merch in 2023.
Yeah, something more specifically around that. So there is going to be the city of Edmonton is changing rules around one-time use items. That includes plastic and paper bags. I believe, and I need to look into this a little bit more, but I believe that we would be required to charge a tax if you took a paper bag.
Oh, when does that take effect?
I'm going to be looking into it more. It was
Oh.
something that I talked with Todd about, and I was like, all right, so
Oh, yeah.
up on the schedule, make sure we get reusable bags.
Well, I mean, we've had paper bags for years.
Yeah.
But now we need to charge people for them?
Uh,
Oh, no, you mean cloth bags, reusable bags. Is that what you mean?
So when I say that Edmonton is changing the rules about one-time use items, we're talking plastic bags, we're talking paper bags. And one of those rule changes is businesses would be essentially charging a tax for their use. So if
Okay.
somebody bought a paper bag, needed a paper bag because they didn't bring their own bag, we would have to charge them.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. We have been giving them away for free. So
Yeah.
It's not the worst idea. Now, a lot of people do bring their own bags, and that's great. At a certain point, we were thinking of variant edition cloth bags or fabric bags,
Mhm.
and we may still. So we'll see what 2023 holds. But
Yeah, I forget when exactly. I have
Yeah.
it written down on my notebook thing, but
Oh,
yep.
okay. Cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
I don't remember names. I'm
Names.
bad at names. I remember her first name,
Ah.
and I knew that she didn't have this,
Okay.
much like a Danica.
Yes. Well, my last name fits so well.
Uh,
I tried yours on for a day and it just didn't work. I didn't quite like it. It didn't fit for
like
me.
mealy.
It just didn't work. I'm not a shots.
Danica shots.
Danica shots. I
It
just
sounded too like.
yes, it's too action hero. That's why.
Yeah, yeah,
it was too much for me. It was I couldn't.
You couldn't walk into a room with that name.
No. No.
Ba-da-ba-da. Yeah.
I don't have a response. I don't have a good punchline to carry on that. That's all. Nice. Yeah. I do like the combination of last names. I think that's more egalitarian and that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm sorry. I got us way off topic, but yes, we are considering it. We're thinking about projects in the future. It's been a long time since we've really had the means, and businesses are like rubber bands where sometimes you're stretched out and you have more money. Sometimes you just got pulled back in and go, no, I can't spend money on that this year.
No.
Well, we're doing pretty good.
We're doing pretty good.
Y'all should still come in and pick up your file, though. I'm just gonna.
I'm
say
looking
that.
at some of you. Not anybody
Honestly-
here though.
Honestly, most of the people who watch the video are not who I'm talking about.
Oh,
It's
of course
the,
not.
It's the folks who I email and I hear crickets. So like, you're good.
I saw a couple 3 and 4 monthers today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I am going to be emailing a whole bunch of people this month. So if you don't get an email from me, that's okay. That's good. You don't want that.
They're polite.
Oh, yeah. I'm always nice. Maybe stern, but
Yeah.
nice.
Exactly. We've got fly into the danger street. Anyways, Danger Street is the new 12-issue miniseries from Tom King and George Fournier's.
Yes.
Jorge Fournier's. I've heard it different ways on podcasts with folks who would know better. So I don't know who is right on that one. Anyways, this is a one of one of Tom King's wild projects. This one focusing on the very disparate characters of an old run of comics that DC did called first issue specials, which was a series of just essentially number ones introducing characters like the dingbats of Danger Street. And they're in this. In fact, every character that appeared in that series, that was featured in that series, starts in here. It does mean that this first issue is a little crowded. I think it's going to kind of like form a little better in the future. It's still really great. I like the series. I like what they're doing, and I like that Tom King has carved out this little area where he can be like, so all those weird characters from first issue special, like Lady Cop, can I just do 12 whole issues on them? And DC's not just like, no, that's dumb. That series got canceled. Most of those characters do not work. Guess what?
Did you know a lady can be a cop now? Next, they'll want the vote.
Preposterous.
All right. Yes, it is time. You know, I had forgotten today, but the computer reminded me. They had originally solicited Danger Street many, many moons ago, and then they resolicited it with a new code, and that's very annoying. So it didn't take long, but it was a mild annoyance that I'm going to share with you. And so I had to merge all the items because the special orders were under the old code. And I was like, but I need you to be the same thing. So it was too long. What?
I would read that. I would read your
No.
your
Lady
pitch
Cop?
there.
Is
Oh.
Andrew going to write Lady Cop?
No, he had he'd tweeted earlier today. Should follow Foley on Twitter at the Andrew Foley, I believe. I hope so.
Did you have more in that sentence?
And then he can find out all of his general musings. He's been on the Twits machine, going wild lately in good ways.
Oh, you want me to?
No, just want to see how long we've got Dark Web X-Men #1. This really does focus on the X-Men part of the Dark Web crossover. So if you were looking for different parts of this crossover, in the first in the opening Dark Web thing, it has all the characters, and then the back kind of details where stories will be continuing. And so the Spider-Man stuff and the Spider-Man Venom is going to be mostly in Venom, although he does do an extended appearance in the main Spider-Man book. And the X-Men stuff is largely going to be in this X-Men book. It is by Jerry Duggan with art by Rod Reese. So it looks gorgeous, of course, and it is by the dude what is writing the main X-Men book, so there is some pertinent stuff happening.
All right, next up. Ooh, fancy. There's 3 covers for this.
Trays.
All right. This is by Mark Millar and Juan Ramirez.
Mhm.
You're 17 years old. Sorry, my nose was itchy. 17 years old, and you've been bitten by a vampire. Do you live in the shadows and drink human blood, or do you use your newfound gifts for the dream costumed superhero life you've always wanted? You're bulletproof, you can crawl up walls, and you can turn into mist
He's
bats,
Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man.
or even a wolf.
No, he's a Morbius.
Oh no. Why not? Have some morbing time. Have a little fun. It's Nightclub from Mark Millar.
Mark Millar presents Teen Morbius. Yeah.
It's the comic no one knowed they wanted. Yeah.
No one knowed they wanted it.
I was gonna do that.
It's
Yep.
them comic that no one knowed they wanted.
Yeah. No, I decided to just drive into it. So whatever.
Central Alberta, it's coming for you.
No!
Also, Nightclub is being offered from the publisher at $1.99 American per issue. That's about half the price of a regular comic book. So that's good if you want to try something on the cheap. Just a little taste on the tongue of Mark Millar's Morbius comic.
We're
I'm
gonna
being
get
mean.
trouble.
I'm being mean. But Morbius is a wild movie. I appreciate the Sony executive who went to somebody and said, "Hey, could we have a Batman?" And they were like, I think we can make that work, because that's what that movie is. That movie's the movie's Batman. It's Batman.
See, the trouble with that movie is that it's not so bad it's good. It's actually bad and actually boring. I will enjoy a bad movie if it is delightful, and I possibly have a beverage. I did not enjoy Morbius.
I enjoyed Morbius.
Really?
Not like an actual like, man, what a good movie.
What great craftsmanship. The writing was solid. No, it sucked. The writing was probably the worst.
He was surrounded by bats most of the time. He was lifted around by bats. Bats followed. They wanted Batman. They said, make us a Batman.
Make us a Batman. We don't have the rights. So find who is a Batman and give us the rights. Sorry. Yeah, it's going to happen. I know. Sometimes I just lapse into it. Is it? Oh my God.
All the way.
So many.
Or
If the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church.
the people, they want the Morbius.
If the men find out there's Morbius, they're going to tell the women. It's such a bad
Nobody
movie.
tell women about Morbius. They'll go mad.
No. They'll be mad.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hi. You want to come talk about Morbius?
It's Morbin time.
Yeah, there you go. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Come on.
No. It is unfortunately never Morbin time. I don't know what to tell you. Well, it's nice having a cat butt on the screen, isn't it? You know, everyone misses Max. So, oh no, you spent $10, Austin. I'm so sorry.
$20.
Oh no.
$10 each.
I hope not. That's too many monies. Too many monies. Oh, that's a good buddy. He was so good at the vet this morning.
He really was.
He even got his nails trimmed, and she said he was fine. I was like, okay, because he scratches me when I try, so good for you. Go, go, go.
Now he's being a dick.
Okay, I'm trying to push his butt. It's not working.
No, he just went low.
Fine. Okay. Well,
You've had a day, I know, buddy. You're like all on my cord here. I can't help.
okay, I'm gonna read about Frank Frazetta's Dawn Attack because that seems like wraparound cover, fancy wraparound cover. Yes. Okay. All right. Beyond the fantasy worlds of Death Dealer, Conan, and the rest. Master artist Frank Frazetta also explored the far reaches of science fiction with Buck Rogers and John Carter of Mars. Now, Frazetta's epic painting Dawn Attack springs to life in collaboration with Frazetta Girls. Now, this is the thing that gets me to read this. Written by Jodie Hauser. I like her. I met her once, super fangirled over her.
It was really funny.
Really embarrassing. Really embarrassing for me, not my finest moment. And she was terrified and she was like, I need to go.
She was on her way to something and Danica's like, oh my God. It was good times.
I liked everything she wrote at that time and I still do, but like I was like listing stuff.
She was like doing
wrote.
Doctor Who stuffs.
Well, yeah, she was.
She was announced for the 13th Doctor.
She was announced for the 13th Doctor, and I was talking about like faith, and I was talking about like all these other titles, and I completely forgot to say how excited I was for her to write Doctor Who, which was like the main point of going up to her. She's very nice. She didn't pepper spray me. She should have. Seriously, I was really, really annoying. Anyway, she's writing this, so I'm like very curious. Oh, good boy. Got a good boy right there.
Crossover of the century with the Big Bang Theory going into deep. No, I'm kidding. We have the Dark Crisis Big Bang written by Mark Waid with art by Dan Jurgens. This book is wild. It basically, minor spoilers, and by minor spoilers, I mean it's in the solicitation information here. The DC universe now, once again, has infinite Earths, potentially anyways. And there's a big fight that takes you through a lot of them and kind of lands a few of them in different slots. So you're going to see a placement for a lot of these. And one of my favorite bits, at the end, there's a couple pages about some currently documented Earths. There's a whole bunch of wild stuff here. And a whole bunch of things from more modern takes. There is One World with the DC New Frontier. There's some Tom Strong. There's the Jurassic League area. There's the DC Mech area. There's all kinds of stuff.
There's
and
Earth 183, Superman raised by apes.
Yep. And my absolute favorite description, Earth 387. No divergences in history other than every inhabitant is a werewolf. So everything is exactly the same, except every single person is a werewolf.
I love this.
It's beautiful. It's perfect.
Yes, you're beautiful and perfect, aren't you? He's like, yes, I am. All right, I make a note. This is exciting. I want a notepad. Wait, my phone.
Yeah.
Did this last time on my phone. It's fine.
Andrew, you're joking, but I would read it. And partly because DC versus Vampires has been legitimately one of my favorite reads right now because it is super bonkers. It is like pedal to the metal, just like sheer madness. And that's what I want sometimes in my books. Just for it to be just a little wild.
Bonkerton's
They
finest.
call me a little wild. Oh yeah, I do like Bonkerton's finest.
Bonkerton's finest since 1889. Speaking of werewolves, what is up? This sounds bloody amazing. I'm so excited about all these things.
I like it.
So happy horror days. It's got Werejug doing battle with the Krampus. It's got the Icelandic Yule cat, who I love. Apparently, the cat stomps on kids if they don't wear the clothes they got for Christmas as a punishment. It's amazing. Yeah. No, I'm in it for the Yule cat.
And I will say this, Scott Dutton, the thing I'm leaving out is that this, the Werewolf Earth, is based off of an actual story from Adventure Comics 387, so like Silver Age stuff. It basically, they're saying that like, yeah, all that wildness, yeah, that happened.
It's canon. It's all canon.
Cough, cough.
Okay, I'll talk about art brutes.
If you like the folks what are doing Ice Cream Man, this is actually a representation of an earlier work of theirs.
The world of fine art is falling apart, and only Art Brute knows how to fix it. Alongside the Bureau of Artistic Integrity, Arthur Brute, the mad don't press buttons, the mad dream painter, and his trusty sidekick, Manny the Mannequin, I will continue even though he is stealing the show, must dive back into the very paintings that made him insane, or reality itself might just crumble to pieces. That's cool. Okay, so it was originally published. Oh boy, he's not gonna like that. Under the title "The Electric Sublime." Sounds. Whoa. Hi.
Oh, he's got us recording. He's got us recording a podcast.
Oh no. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop that.
There we go.
Woo! Werewolves of London. Oh.
I do love. Oh yeah, this one I can understand the confusion. This one's Squee.
Yeah.
We switched which cats are out and about a while back, and they're both orange boys, but this one is floofier.
Yeah.
We got the first issue of Monica Rambeau Photon. This spins off from a lot of the stuff happening in the current Captain Marvel book, because of course it does. That's where she comes from. She used to be a Captain Marvel, from Eve L. Ewing and Luca Maresca. Yeah, Maresca. When New Orleans Harbor Patrol Lieutenant Monica Rambeau destroyed a super weapon, she gained the ability to convert her body into any form of energy. Inheriting the Captain Marvel title, Monica has since used her powers to protect others as a member of the Ultimates, Thunderbolts, and even as the leader of the Mighty Avengers. Whatever team she may join or name she may go by, her heroism will never waver. Her heroism will never waver, for she is a Monica Rambeau. Shall never waver.
Bing, you're asking if we got Monsters Book 2. We did. I don't know if we got your copy because we got it on order. It was completely filled with special orders, and we are expecting a new order. So I'll need to check.
It'll be on next week's.
There's more coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was more ordered when we got the books and went, oh no.
Yes. So if we haven't reached out with an email, probably expect something next week then.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. Tell me about a vicious.
A topical reference.
Oh yeah.
A Vicious Circle. It's art by Lieber Hamo, baby. It is a full magazine-sized book. And we have Sean Thacker is a trained assassin from the future who seeks revenge on the only other man with his affliction. Each life they take forces them both to travel between vastly different pasts and future eras. Spanning from the 22nd century Tokyo to the 1950s New Orleans to the Jurassic era and beyond, the two mortal rivals are locked in a battle of wills that spans millions of years, all to alter the course of history.
That is a big story idea.
Yep. And the art is wild because it's Lieber Hamo. So he's changing his art style for each different era.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Lieber Hamo's art is great in general, but this really adds more story elements to the changes in his form that he exhibits, and it's just outstanding.
Like I didn't really know. Okay, I'm gonna say something asinine, but like I didn't know he had it in him because I've never really liked his art style. I don't think it's bad. It's just not for me. But seeing that with like at least two other art styles in that book,
yeah,
that draws me in more because knowing that the same artist can do that. Yeah, like I know he's a talented guy.
It's pretty cool.
It's just, yeah, his colors have always been very muddy for me and like almost too realistic, which is something I want sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I digress. Oh, right. Sorry, yes.
The newest Legend of Korra is out. This one is more of an anthology series. Your favorite creators from Team Avatar and beyond are here for this collection of stories, heartwarming to the hilarious. And yeah, it just basically says like, hey, that's a big old collection. And by this point, folks who have been enjoying the Avatar and Korra books know what they're getting into. But even looking in here, I'm seeing Michael Dante DiMartino, who was one of the co-creators of these shows. I'm also seeing Blue Delaquanti, who's done like a whole bunch of the Random House books, which is really cool. So you're getting a lot of a range here in terms of art and storytellers, and they're really picking them up from, I mean, just like outstanding modern graphic novel storytellers. So yeah. Also, that cover is gorgeous. He's super pretty.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes I read what's probably a good series, and a lot of times I see it continuing to sell over the months, and that's great. I just can't connect with the art. So yeah, nothing bad with it. A lot of people enjoy it. I have a ton of people that when there's Bermejo covers, they're like, get me all of them.
All of them.
Cool. Yeah. There
was a book in I think Andrew was right. Need to cross-reference folks who got Dear Detective, because it was like a showcase of all the Lieber Hamo covers with different with a little story popped on there. But since it's more of an art book, people would really kind of pop for more of that kind of art style. So
cool. All right, next up we have Salamandre. Oh, Alejandro.
Yeah.
Gaga. When 11-year-old artist Casper Salamandre's father is lost in a tragic accident, he is sent off to stay with his eccentric, puzzling grandfather, and on the other side of the Iron Veil. In this foreign land, flowers, art, celebrations, and music are forbidden, and true self-expression feels like a distant dream. A revolution is stoked in private, while the eyes of the secret police bear down in the daylight. Casper has put down his pencil in grief, halting the sweeping superhero tales of his father. But now he is surrounded by countless questions. Who can be trusted? What is the meaning of revolution, art, family, and what is the most precious of all? Ultimately, he must fight through his numbness to find his way in this dangerous new place and back to himself.
I love ING Colbert's stuff. They're so good. They did Wild's End.
Oh, yeah. That was smart.
They've done a whole bunch of H.P. Lovecraft translations. They do a lot of work with Dan Abnett, who wrote Wild's End, which is basically Wind of the Willows meets War of the Worlds. Really good stuff.
Yeah, and it's got pull quotes from Christian Ward and Cliff Chang.
Ooh, fancy.
So if there are artists you respect, then yeah, I want to check this out. I love kind of knowing what kind of pull quotes people get, because that does represent their work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Okay, I know it's probably an amazing book and I'm going to enjoy it, but I literally said it's like the European Footloose. It does sound like Footloose. Anyway.
Oh, there will be no dancing here.
In this fictional town of Beaumont.
Fetch me my baguettes.
That killed me the first time I saw that. I was like, ah! Beaumont.
Beaumont. Squee.
My darling, put your butt down.
Squisherman. Go see Mom. That's right. I'm super excited for the second volume of Friday. This is very much, as I like to describe to people, kind of like an Encyclopedia Brown meets Edward Gorey art, including the way that the story is really told. Friday Fitzhugh's best friend and partner, Lancelot Jones, brackets the smartest boy in the world, spoilers for the first volume, has been killed, and the police in their small town of Kings Hill are not up to the task of solving the crime. Now Friday must pull herself out of her grief and hunt the cold winter night for justice, all on her own time. This series has a lot of bizarre, potentially occult elements to it. The art's absolutely stunning. It really does take Marcos Martin's really brilliant art. It does more of a gory style to it. New England Gothic, I guess, is what Brubaker was kind of going more on. And you can also read it for pay as you want on Panel Syndicate. So if you want to test the waters out, they even have the PDFs available in a couple different formats. One that is kind of more double pagey, and another that's just more page by page to fit your specific reading needs and devices. And they do alter the art better for print, for the print version as well. Marcos Martin is working on this on a slower schedule, and Brubaker talked about how once he started Panel Syndicate, because it is more Marcos Martin's baby, how he really was like, I'm not rushing for deadlines ever again. I want to be proud of every single bit that I put out. And so you can see the love detailed on the pages in like Friday or Private Eye that he did with Brian K. Vaughan, or was it Barrier or Borders?
Barriers,
which is absolutely outstanding, and was not collected as they stuck to, but is available in a very weird side stapled format.
We might still have a set.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm going to check our website.
In the meantime, I'm going to talk about this Mark Guggenheim and Howard Chaykin book, because I know you love your Chaykin books.
Yep.
He's Chaykin, not stirred. How many people have made that joke?
Not enough.
I bet several.
Not enough.
The world may be done with him, but it still needs saving. In the 1980s, Simon Cross was America's top super spy. But that was a long time ago in a very different world. His allies have forgotten him, but his enemies never will. Uncertain of the future and confronted by a past come back to haunt him, a legend of espionage comes out of retirement for one final adventure. Writer-artist team Mark Guggenheim and Howard Chaykin reunite for an original graphic novel that brings classic spy novels to the modern world. It's called Too Dead to Die, which I love. But also, this is actually a cool part for folks who like more classic comic art. You can dig into the Simon Cross CIA case files, including adventures illustrated by comic book legends Jose Luis Garcia Lopez and Michael Golden. Two names that you don't see too often these days because they're really retired. And also Michael Golden didn't do a whole lot of art. But yeah, that's just freaking cool. Do that to die.
Yeah, this is great. Go on. I love this. No, I'm looking, and it's actually, even though I made a list for the comic book sets, I kind of forgot how to search for them. So that was fun. I thought I saw it the other day, but
It might have been in our house because I have a copy.
yeah, no, I don't know.
But if we did have a set and we searched for it, it would pop up here.
I know.
So we don't.
We don't.
Bum, 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 bum. I need that button too.
Well. Okay.
More stack.
Yay!
Superman and the Authority is available in paperback now from Grant Morrison and Mikhail Yanin. Sometimes even Superman finds a task almost impossible. Sometimes even the last son of Krypton needs to enlist help. Some tasks require methods and heroes that don't scream Justice League. So Clark Kent, the Metropolis Marvel, seeks out Manchester Black, the most deadly or dastardly of rogues, to form an all-new authority tasked with taking care of some business on the sly.
That's Goth Daredevil on the back there. Look at that. That's Goth Daredevil. It just
That's
needs
Midnighter.
No, I know, but look at the costume.
Well, yeah. Batman is also Goth Daredevil. And Midnighter is based off of Batman. But what if he done smooches Superman all the time? And not just in his
as
face.
he
Boop, boop, boop.
should.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Just smooch on that guy. Jeez.
Just
Been 80 years.
Just smooch up on him.
Oh.
Smooch up on it. Smooch up on it.
We've got
Smooch up on it.
volume 1 of. Yep, says 1, so I'm assuming there's 2. Oh, I'm doing really
Not yet.
good.
This one's a miniseries.
Okay, because there's also like Radiant Pink coming
Also a
out.
miniseries.
So there's just gonna be like all the colors.
Maybe.
They got a rainbow to use, so
Yeah. And it's been selling pretty well.
I'm waiting for like Radiant Cyan or something. Anyway, I'm so sorry. This is a good series that a lot of people enjoy, and I'm
Rude.
a bad person. I'm a bad person.
Rude.
Rude boy.
Rude boy.
I shouldn't say that in the mic, huh? I should shout it in the mic. Is that how you do it?
Rude boy.
I'm so sorry.
I like having our own house and not having walls. I mean, we have walls, but like neighbor walls.
Neighbor walls, yeah. Sometimes I turn the TV up because I'm getting old.
The Radiant universe is called the Massive Verse.
It should be called the Radiant Verse.
There's other characters other than the Radiants in it, though.
They've already failed. No, I'm kidding. To her students, Satomi Sone is a diligent middle school teacher. To her fiance, she's the rock. Oh, fiance and parents, she's the rock of the family. To the world, she's radiant red. Bank robber turned matter-observing superhero. But when Chicago's criminal underbelly comes calling, not to mention the nosy reporter on her doorstep and the $2.5 million in cash hidden in the air vents of her house, that is a fire hazard, lady. She's going to have to decide who she is, and quickly, before the world chooses for her.
Why, you look out there, you criminal. You're causing fire hazards.
Right?
Give us back that money so that you don't go up in smoke. That's the ticket.
Crime doesn't pay. Crime sets you on fire.
In Prohibition America, fire sets you.
What?
We have... It's a dumb take on in Soviet Russia.
I know, but it was really bad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was great. It was the best. They all loved it. Don't encourage me. We've got 2 new additions to the X-Men Krakoa saga. We've got the first volume of Legion of X and the volume of Knights of X. Though Captain Britain's story will continue in Captain Britain. Also by Tini Howard. And then Simon Spurrier, I love Simon Spurrier, does his Legion of X. Anyways, yeah, this one's more of the like British magic area of the X-Men stuff, and this one is very much more of like the, hey, let's think about maybe how religious beats also figure into our weird stuff, but also Legion's here, and it's gonna get weird.
So it's an X-Men book.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, just checking.
It's an X-Men book. It's gonna get weird.
We've got volume 1 of Grimm. Jessica Harrow is dead, but her journey has only just begun.
Dead.
Discover the world of the afterlife, where Jessica has been recruited as a Reaper. Tasked with ferrying countless... I'm covering the title completely. Tasked with ferrying countless... How dare you? Souls to their final destination. But unlike the rest of the Reapers, Jess has no memory of what killed her and put her in this position. In order to unravel the mystery of her own demise, she'll have to solve an even bigger one. Where is the actual Grim Reaper?
Dun, dun, dun.
So I did only get to read the first couple issues of this. It was very good.
Yeah.
So it's one of those many books. I used to make a list. It got real long. Many books that I will read when it's in trade. So I'll sit down with this at some point.
This is specifically the Boom Discover edition of the trade, which means it's only at comic stores, this cover, and it's out a month before you'll be finding it in the bookstores with a different cover. Also, issue 6 of Grimm comes out alongside this. So if you've heard a bunch of stuff and you're like, hey, I'd like to catch up, you can. You can. Also, we have had a lot of people coming in very recently being like, hey, is Grimm still happening? Because I really like that book. And the answer is yes, this week, my friends. We have Captain America, Symbol of Truth. This is one of the kind of split books that they're doing for Captain America, although it does start with the Captain America Zero that I loved, with Steve and Sam tackling Arnim Zola, who had built a building that's actually a big bomb that's going to destroy America. It's really good. And then each kind of spin off into their own thing. I really like what they've been telling in this series because Sam's really tackling sort of more systematic problems, and Steve's really taking it to Nazis, which is nice. Because it's always nice to take it to Nazis. Nazis suck. They're bad.
Yeah, we seem to have forgotten that.
Right. This is my favorite part of this.
It's early on the book, so it's not really a spoiler.
Yeah. So Arnim Zola is like, here's my master plan. Steve goes, you admire Hitler, Zola? Go meet him.
He punches him in the face.
It's good times. You set up a meeting. You set it up. Make sure that the timing's right.
The next 2 episodes are yours.
Yeah, they are.
Because they're going to make you very happy. We've got Bungleton Green and the Mystic Commandos.
This book is freaking fascinating. The description is outstanding. I really want to read this. I want to read it so bad.
In 1942, almost a year after America entered the Second World War, Jay Jackson, a former railroad worker and sign painter, now working as a cartoonist and illustrator for the legendary black newspaper The Chicago Defender, did something unexpected. He took the Defender's stale and long-running gag strip, Bungleton Green, and remade it into a gripping anti-racist science fiction adventure comic. He teamed the Bumbling Green with a crew of black teens called the Mystic Commandos, and together they battled the armies of America, or the enemies of America, my Freudian slip, and racial equality in the past, present, and future, Nazis, segregationist senators, Benedict Arnold, Fifth columnists, 18th century American slave traders, evil scientists, and a nation of racist green men all faced off against the Mystic Commandos and Green, who in the strip's run would be transformed by Jackson into the first ever black superhero. That is very cool.
Right?
Oh, it's got an opening essay by Jeet Heer.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Flippin' amazing. Okay. I mean, like, I was already in when you were like, I gotta read this, but this is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right? It's a cool piece of history
Yeah.
that I had no clue about. Really cool.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Cool. All right. The next two are yours.
Yeah. We've got Strange Adventures now in softcover. Adam Strange is the hero of the planet Ran, a man famous throughout the galaxy for his bravery and honor. After leading his adopted home to victory in the Great Planetary War, Adam and his wife, Alana, retire to Earth, where they are greeted with cheers, awards, and parades. But not all is as happy and nice as it seems, as the decisions Adam made during battles on Ran come back to haunt his family and threaten the entire DC universe. Now his Justice League teammate, Mr. Terrific, will have to choose between saving Adam Strange and saving the world. A story like no other, Strange Adventures is ambitious, thrilling, shocking, and beautiful. A 12-issue saga that will push Adam Strange to the breaking point and beyond. The Mr. Miracle team of Tom King and artist Mitch Gerards are joined by fan favorite artist Evan Doc Shaner to bring you an epic tale collected here in its entirety that will be talked about for years to come. And yeah, it really does sort of like hit on the, hey, what if Space Hero but war crimes? What if Space Hero but war crimes? Well, now it's yeah. So that's good. All right. Speaking of war crimes, Fantastic Four life story. This is another one of the life story tales started by Chip Zdarsky doing the Spider-Man life story, wherein characters are followed through decades in real time. And yeah, there's some war stuff in here. An incredible exploration of the fabulous foursome's lives if they aged in real time across the decades. Amidst the backdrop of the space race, an accident gives the Fantastic Four great powers and entangles them in the history of the planet. But as the years pass, the four heroes struggle to find their role in a rapidly changing world. As Sue continues to fight for social causes, Reed becomes increasingly obsessed with preparing for the prophesied arrival of Galactus. And in the end, after 6 decades of triumphs and tragedies, love and loss, can the aging heroes make a final stand against the implacable might of Doctor Doom? Can they?
You'll find out in this comic.
Yeah, it's a Mark Russell. I love Mark Russell. And yeah, that's why I say when there's some war crime stuff, there's some war crime stuff in here. Because it is Fantastic Four as though they have existed in a world very similar to ours, with a lot of the similar events, but, you know, tinged with wild, also superhero stuff is happening. It's so good. And yeah, a lot of the things that happen are genuinely shocking. I remember you kept up on this one pretty good too.
I did actually.
Yeah.
I think I actually read half of it, which is more than I can say for most things. But I knew you were going to end up bringing it home, so unfortunately, I let it go. But I will sit down with it at some point. There's so much to read, my friends. I cannot keep up with it.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
There's a book you really liked.
I read
Heist
two
book.
issues. I read 2 issues.
Heist book.
Anyway, this was really good. I feel so bad when I say that, but it just happens so often. I can't keep up with everything.
We read to taste, and a lot of times I would say 2 or 3 means we really, really love a book.
Yeah. Or if you're like me, you read Golden Rage the whole way through. It had 5 issues and it was flipping amazing.
And that's sort of our gauge. There's so much that we have to read that for most series we can say we've read the first issue, and that's a lot.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. 2 or 3 is the usual. If we're like, oh, I really like this, okay, and then by the time issue 4 comes out, you're like, I can't. It's been 4 months. There's like 72,000 other comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I probably read the first 2 issues, maybe only one of Rogues, but I really, really liked it.
Before you start, I would like to in the comments. I'd like to
Yes.
see who people think would be a good
Oh,
treatment.
that'd be fun.
I would probably end up going with X-Men for the next one, but mostly because you can really end up with that breadth of characters. You can even cycle through a bunch of them as they age, and really tie it with struggles for minorities as well.
Well, I think for a change, I would like to see Alpha Flight, because then we'd get some Canadian history in comics.
Ooh, I would like that too. Yeah.
Yeah. And if they, well, I mean, Chip's Canadian, but if they get a Canadian writer, because he said he did not want to do it ever again, mostly because he read 800 issues of Spider-Man. That can take a lot out of a guy.
Yeah, his process apparently for most projects is read everything, and he read every issue of Amazing.
Like, I'll give him this. It was worth it, but my God.
Yep.
This one last score will either change their lives or end them. 10 years ago, the Rogues disbanded and went their separate ways. But time hasn't been kind to the former blue-collar supercriminals. Caught in an endless cycle of prison, rehab, dead-end jobs, broken relationships, probation, and bottomless restitution fees, the Rogues are sick of paying for their crimes. Luckily, Captain Cold has a plan. One last job that will leave them all richer than their wildest dreams and free from their past, if they can survive. The Rogues plan to steal the world's largest stockpile of undocumented, untraceable gold. But to pull off this heist, they'll need to head into the heart of Gorilla City and rob Gorilla Grodd himself, a supervillain now turned ruthless boss of the largest crime syndicate on Earth. I love this insane premise. It makes me so happy. Comics are great, guys. Cut my cord.
Andrew Scott has an idea for a podcast.
Oh no.
I'm sure it would be fine. We would cut the podcast basically to take out the burrito chomps, and just run Foley's history of
the Hulk. Foley don't like burrito. Urgh. That's my Hulk. I can't do it.
Classic Hulk.
Oh, it's Foley is Hulk. It was Andrew's Hulk. Hey, you're the one who does impressions here. I never said I was good at impressions, so the expectations here are low. Ooh, got some drama in the comments.
I don't think we could pay Andrew enough for that.
No. Can I take this one as well?
Yeah, do that.
Awesome. We've got the wonderful human Cliff Chang's Catwoman Lonely City.
It's so good. I actually read all of it.
I did not. I think I got 3 out of 4. I really do. So I have no idea how it ends.
I'm on that DC Infinite trip.
Yeah, that's fair. It's like a cheat code.
Yeah.
10 years ago, the massacre known as Fool's Night claimed the lives of Batman, the Joker, Nightwing, and Commissioner Gordon, and sent Selina Kyle, the Catwoman, to prison. A decade later, Gotham has banned costume heroism and villainy. The new Gotham is cleaner, safer, and a lot less free, under the watchful eye of Mayor Harvey Dent and his Bat Cops. It's in this new city that Selina Kyle returns a changed woman. With her mind on one last big score, the secrets hidden inside the Batcave. She doesn't need the money, she just needs to know, who is Orpheus?
It's Heist Week at DC, baby!
Yeah!
Also, this is the only copy we currently have available for Catwoman Lonely City because we have the direct market exclusive covers coming in. Oh yeah, Jeff
okay, wait. right. Oh, say Austin says he needs it. So is it Catwoman? Just let me know. I'll put it aside for you. Anyway, Jeff the Shark?
It's Jeff. The Marvel Unlimited ones are getting printed up in March.
Oh, I'm so excited! Yay! Cool. I have not been reading them on electronic. Not because I don't like electronic, because like I'm super into webtoons, but I just don't have Marvel Unlimited on my phone, so I don't read them.
Well, I find that the superhero end of things is more work for you. And when you're home from work, you don't want to work. Yeah.
I don't do work even for Jeff.
And so Webtoon is more of your unwind.
It really is.
Yeah. We've got Art Spiegelman's Breakdowns. You may have heard of Art Spiegelman as the creator of Mouse. Have you heard of this book? Breakdowns. The legendary 1978 collection of comics by Art Spiegelman, Pulitzer Prize-winning author of Mouse, presents the seminal works that changed how comics are made and appreciated today. Innovative, serious, funny, and many decades ahead of its time, the book is presented here in its entirety, along with an introduction almost as long as the book it introduces. That's an autobiographical, intimate, and experimentally daring as anything else in Breakdowns.
Amazing.
Good times.
Wow. Yep, those are some comics.
Yeah, probably early concept there.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I'm happy.
Cool. Oh my gosh. One day. I mean, they printed, I know this is a totally different company, but they printed Big Ethel Energy, which like I love on Webtoons. So like I feel like Bat Family's down the line.
I feel like we did 2 weeks ago.
I think we did. I'm pretty sure we did because I do remember talking about it, but good call. We do still have copies at the store. So if you did miss it,
yeah,
come buy them.
The entirety of the Grant Morris and Yannick Paquette, Nathan Fairbairn run that they did in original graphic novel form. But they have been collecting all of those Earth ones in one volume, which is really cool. I love it. Alrighty. That gets us to the end. It's been a long one. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, the secret hiding spot.
Secrets.
For the magic mirror, baby! So this week at one of the classes that I ended up speaking at, I was asked a bunch of different questions, and one of them was about the connections that we end up forming and whatnot. I started talking about the magic mirror, and I needed to explain the entire story, including the "a booty is a butt" on the back. And let me tell you, 11 and 12-year-old kids love that story.
Yeah, not surprised.
For those of you who might not have heard a "booty is a butt" story, because I think there's a few of you on today that we don't see totally frequently on the stream. And that's not a bad thing. That's just because we all have lives.
And how dare you?
Indeed, how dare you? So a year and a half ago, my nieces, my sister, and my mom came up to visit me for birthday. And as they were leaving, my eldest niece kind of grabs onto my shirt, pulls me down, very seriously looks at me and says, "Uncle Brandon, a booty is a butt." Needed to impart this important information to me very seriously before she left.
It was the most serious I've ever seen her in her tiny life.
So funny. I love it so much.
And we told our friends and anyone else who would listen because it's amazing. And when our amazing friends, Kate and Sean, made the magic mirror for us, they wrote...
Still holding up real good.
Oh, yeah. It's wonderful. They wrote "a booty is a butt" on the back. So now it gives Gives us a giggle every time. Should we maybe get some new stickers, or are they holding up?
They're doing okay.
Cool.
So this is the end of the show where we look through our magic mirror. We see all you wonderful people out there. We say thank you for being there. We see you and we appreciate you. And we hope you know that we're here for you too. We're seeing Austin. Hello, Austin.
Hi.
We're seeing Ben. Hi. We're seeing Kate. Hey, Kate. We're seeing Sean. We're seeing the one and only Fully, and you can too. 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. on
Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday. We are open to 7 on those days, FYI. And
but you have to deal with me.
yeah. And Wasp
no.
fall off.
Oh no! Did we lose?
Wasp.
Oh, okay. Here, wait.
Yeah. And on Saturdays from 11 to 5. We see Jason. Hey, Jason.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to stick anymore.
We see Scott. Hey, Scott.
Hi.
Thanks for the podcast idea. I think it's going to be the next big hit.
Put it there for now. There we go.
I can hear the ad for iHeartRadio right now.
Oh, yeah.
I see Jules. Hi, Jules.
Hi, lovely.
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Scrolling. Come on. I see Bing.
It's true. I actually didn't watch it. I think it was like a weird kind of cable at the time. You did watch it.
I was gonna say that was not cable, my friend.
No, but I don't think I did. I think we asked my parents actually.
Well, I know. Yeah, it was definitely on a lot.
It was on at the time I was the appropriate age, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so this might also be a reason. It was on early as hell in the morning on weekdays. And you probably weren't awake.
I didn't watch TV in the mornings on weekdays.
Okay.
I only watched it on the weekends.
My mom day homed, and so like,
yeah,
the TV would be on to kind of like help with the kidders.
No, my parents had the news on in the morning when we were up, so what? That's fair. We're closed Mondays. Don't bother her.
Unless you're delivering
unless
our items.
Yeah. She's very nice, but don't bother her.
Don't bother her. All right. Thank you all for watching. It's been a slice. We're going to get to reading some books. I've read most of the number ones already, so I'm happy about that.
Good. I'm going to read Batman Spawn.
I want to know everything you think about it. There's one scene in particular that I need to know.
Did you want me to perform a live reading for you so you can watch me read it and I'll just talk it out? Because I'll do that for you.
Magic Mirror was in fact inspired by Romper Room.
Yes.
Even though I had a fairly common name, Brandon wasn't that common at that time, and so Brandon was never seen. Danica definitely wasn't seen. I know that.
No. I was the kid that when you looked for like a mini hairbrush at the dollar store with your name on it, they never had Danica.
Yeah.
It went straight from like Danielle to something else, and I was like, screw you, Danielle. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. I'm over it.
It's fine.
I'm over it. It's fine.
Well, now you have expectations.
Oh my God. Okay. I should have read it over the weekend. I have no excuse. My excuse is I've been putting it off because I really don't care about Batman Spawn. But I know that people are going to ask me about it tomorrow, especially one of our file customers. He asked me if I was going to, specifically, if I was going to read it. And I was like, I guess I have to.
It's the biggest book of the year. I'm not even kidding.
I know. And I will read it. I may not enjoy it, but I will read it. Because I love you.
It's going to be outstanding. I love everything about this. Thank you all for being here. Andrew, we can't pay you enough to read it, but I would love everyone's thoughts on Batman Spawn.
Whether you like it, you don't like it, that's okay. We all have differing opinions. It'll be a fun conversation.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you all for watching. We will see you all again very soon, hopefully in store, and if not, on the internets. Thank you so much.